Hi guys, it's Sarah the Northwoods Stitcher doing 2 videos in one day. I just found out that we're going to go to camp soon, so I really need to make sure I have some recorded material, do some editing for you, and maybe include some more kitten videos. I did get some stitching done for a few hours today. I wanted to show you. In the last video I showed you a plum pudding needle art. And I am stitching up some small stitches, tiny as I can get, because I want to do some little teeny tiny pillows for a dough bowl. This is Plum Pudding Needle Art Holiday Samplings. And I have to wait till our kitten Stuart is asleep because he is using me as a chew toy. I have to wear jeans in this heat because he's ripped up my legs. But he's teething and it's okay. So I just did this cute little candy cane and I'm stitching it 1 thread over 1 on a 28 count Lugana. Look how tiny that is. I want to say it's probably 2 inches. 1.5 by 1.5 inches. So I think it's smaller than what I imagined it could be. I think what I'll do is I'll mount this to a front of a little tiny fabric pillow. I'm gonna wait till I get all 3 of the little ornaments done and that long one, so I can keep that same fabric the same throughout all the other pillows. So I'm really excited to actually have a little bit of progress. It's really hard to stitch with him around and bouncing all over the place. I have to say the dog is doing better than I thought she was to adjust with such a tiny little thing in the house. Abby is I think she's 65 pounds. She might be 63. We need to, she's not a active participant in her exercise plan. She's a loving little thing, full of energy, big muscular dog. So we were really kind of worried about the introductions. We haven't told her how to be, except for talk to her about being calm around the kitten. You know, we use soft words and speak softly, be gentle, be slow, be cautious. When she knows the cat's approaching, she will just sit down and then she will go flat on the floor, roll over a little bit, hopeful that he'll come by, and then she'll cry when he passes her, and sometimes he hisses. But we are making progress because they're sharing space and he's able to sit on our lap and watch her play with the ball in the house, which is great because that's when she's at her highest energy. And if he gets off the chair, she kind of stops and lets him do what he needs to do. It's just, it's wonderful to watch. So I thought I would come up and try to get some stuff organized for our little trip up to camp because I want to finish these little pillows, so I think I'll take that for stitch. But then I also wanted to show you, and I don't think I've showed this to you recently, I finally have all the thread that I want. So I'm up here to find some fabric. This is All Through the Night, Oh Christmas Tree. Doesn't that look like fun? Now, I think that fabric is probably darker than I want to go. I think I want something a little brighter and lighter for a background fabric, but look at the little motifs in that and all the birds everywhere. So I'm really excited about starting that. It calls for an olive green, olive green vintage hues sampler. It's a Valdani floss. I chose a Weeks Dye Work collards. Now I know I chose collards because somebody out in FLOSSTUBE world did this with collards. That's of course the Weeks Dye Works, and I just love the variegation of it. And it took me a while because so many places I knew were out of this blended variegated color, but I think it's a really rich color, green, for this. So maybe almost the same Lugana that I'm using for, I think that'll be bright enough to really make that green pop. But I'm gonna try to kit that up and bring it with. I really need to go through the basket of stuff downstairs to see what I should pack. I'm hopeful I can stitch, but the reality is camp is smaller than this house, so a kitten loose at camp is going to be even more tricky to stitch around. What have we done? Wish me luck. I'm also going to look around this afternoon and try to find a home for this, because I know I have a couple of, well, different boxes, and I might even mount this in a frame. I haven't really figured that out yet. It did get a little stretched out on the Q-snap, so even just pulling on it I think will help it. I don't think I need to iron it again. What can I use to hold it up? There we go. So I think that's going to be fine. Just a little bit of stretching. I put my initials at the bottom, and you can see the date hidden there by the puppy dog's tail. Probably not the best place near the tail end. It doesn't look like anything. And that was a DMC 115 that I used. And that pattern was from a loose chart that I found on a grab table, swap table at the Lakeside Stitch Retreat, and it's from a magazine called The Needle Worker, August-September 1999 issue. It's really a cute little sampler. I think I want to do it in a couple of other colors, maybe smaller too. I don't know, we'll have to see. There's so many other projects that are on the wings right now that I want to get done. So now I can put my Q-snap away. And now that my eggs were done, I can clear up this table. And maybe I should get out the great white pattern I wanted to show you, because I keep talking about the floss. I got 3750 DMC. This blue is so rich. Spools, a friend of mine, did this cross stitch already, so let me go grab it because I do want to show it to you. So this is by Boomerang Stitches, and if you follow the, is it the Hathaway Stitchers, Hathaway Sisters? I've watched their FLOSSTUBE before. Look up Hathaway and it should pop up FLOSSTUBE. They do a lot of different designs, but a lot of bird stuff, so I'm really into watching their FLOSSTUBE. But this is called Great White Christmas. Isn't that great? And I want to do it in that blue. I'm probably going to do it on a white Lugana, possibly 18 count, I don't know. Boomerang Stitches. It looks like it's going to be a good chart. It's a black and white chart, which I really enjoy. And this is my working copy, so I can highlight as I go. That's what I like to do. So I want to get that kitted up. And of course I want to bring my wolves, but I'm a little hesitant to pull the wolves out with a kitten around, only because it's so big. I don't have a good peripheral view, so I don't have advance warning when he's going to leap. I don't need to explain it. If you've survived kittenhood with a cat, you know. So that's going to be another project to bring up. And I need to go get some stuff. I wanted to show you some stuff in the bucket. We haven't done a bucket in a long time, have we? If you haven't seen me before, I like to do bucket dives. This craft room is full of different places to get in trouble. I have a bucket for Halloween, a bucket, storage bucket for Christmas. I like to go through them periodically, pull out things that interest me at the moment, and just stitch impulsively. I'm not so much a seasonal stitcher as I am feel-good stitcher. If I think it's going to feel good and I like the colors and I'm attracted to it, I do it. I do try to stitch on black in the summer when the light's the best, not so much in the winter. So let me go grab a bucket. So it's more of a basket than a bucket, but this has been on the floor and I'm afraid it's been my catch-all lately. Good intentions, right? I need to go through it and find out what I need to bring downstairs, bring to camp, and start to stitch. So it's that time again. I have to put some stuff aside. And I suspect that some things are already kitted up in here. I don't know if I should do it this way. Maybe I'll put it down and pull things up. So this is suspicious. Halloween kitties from JCC, all here but Q-snaps, just wash fabric, set in Q-snap. Well, this is hopeful. Which JCC? Oh, just cross stitch. Ugh. Oh, those kitties. How many times have we talked about this, guys? These guys. I really need to start these. So am I right? Are all the floss colors here? Yes, this is wonderful. So I just need to do some measurements for Q-snap, and I have an iron up at camp, so I could get the fabric ready up there. And it looks like I've picked out some beautiful fabric, which of course is not labeled. Hopefully there's a list in here, a label in here, what it is. It looks like oatmeal, 25 count oatmeal. But back to the patterns in case they interest you the way they do me. So this guy here, he's from the October 2021 Just Cross Stitch. So that's the magazine card cover. And he's called Halloween Time. And that is by the Witchy Stitcher. Oh, he's so cute. I love the colors and I love the retro design. So this is a definite coming downstairs. And now this guy, he's another Just Cross Stitch. He's called Hello Kitty Surprise. I don't know about you, but I hated Jack-in-the-Boxes when I was little. Terrified me. This is the Just Cross Stitch 2021 Halloween Collector's Issue. So that's the front of that magazine. You should still be able to get these back issues and or find them on eBay. There's probably quite a bit of them. Funny thing is there are no like tabs in this magazine. I wonder if that was the only thing I was gonna do in here. I'll have to take my Post-it notes. So that's exciting. That can go to the right and go down. I need to take that with me. Oh, here's another one that I should have started how many years ago? Lila's Studio from 2023, Summer Quaker. Isn't that lovely? The motifs in here. Summer Quaker by Lila's Studio. Now, there are crabs, there's a lobster, there's a gull, there's whales, mermaid, fish. I love this. Now, I do have those new scroll frames. Maybe I could do something with that, but I still have to pull a fabric. I have to pull the colors, so I think I'll wait on that one. It would be nice to start it this year. And I do remember I bought this up at the Lakeside Stitches, and I don't know if I got it during a retreat or if I just got it during one of my trips up there, but it was a definite have to have. Here's another promising. I think I see me a prairie schooler. Yes. Ooh, a couple. And notes. Both charts are listed, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so here's a list of colors. And it looks like I've pulled two charts. This is chart number 96, Woodland Santas. And then I have book number 158, Christmas Eve. But let's see what else is in here. No DMCs have been pulled. So it's almost kitted. Oh, but you know, I still want to do those acorns. They were sitting behind me, so I don't know where I've shifted those to. Oh, I love these. Now I'm gonna have to wait. So go to the left. Oh, and then I also want to remind you guys, I had said in a previous video, if you go to alforestembroidery.com, you can find a lot of free charts. And I did do that, and I printed some out. So I have a little pile of them here, and I know there's a couple of others that have gotten out of the basket and run off somewhere. But I really wanted to start these too, and maybe I'll have some leftover malachite to do this one. This is Al Forest embroidery called Spring Hopping. Isn't that cute? That would really look good on that green. I think the white would really pop too. And that was a Fiber on a Whim malachite 28 count Lugana that I have in mind. I don't know if I'll have enough to do this. Perhaps if I do it 1/1, but I wanted to do it a little bit bigger. Now they say on a 28 count, it's going to be 18 centimeters by 18 centimeters. Centimeters. Nah, couldn't be. Well, maybe. So that's 20. That's about 8 inches. Maybe I could fit it on that. So that's a consideration. I don't want to separate these though, because I haven't pulled floss or a zippered pouch for these yet. Then I have another Al Forest embroidery freebie called Boreal Owl. That just looks fun, cute, and quick. And I love that frame. I need to look for parts of other frames, maybe from the dump, that I can use to make a topper to a very simple frame. I think that would be really cute. But I just think that that's a great little combination of the acorns, or maybe those are pine boughs and little pine cones. It's really cute. Another freebie from Al Forest was Pretty Pumpkins. This picture doesn't show up very well. Can you see it okay? This kind of fades in, and it might be the ink I used to print it out, but this is definitely going to be a floss toss on some different backgrounds of fabric to see what's going to pop, because I want the variegation of this pumpkin to show, but I don't like how muted it looks in this picture. I want things to really jump off of the fabric. It might even look good on a charcoal, but that might be too dark, and then I'd lose the crow. So that's another one. Another Al Forest embroidery. I know I need to go shopping for a fabric for this. I think I'll bring this. The reason why I'm trying to do 2 videos in one day and edit them and have them posted at different dates is because if we go to camp and we come back just before the next weekend, that's going to be Stitch Maine. I'm going to be busy. I'm not going to be making videos. I'm going to be playing. So I can bring this one to Stitch Maine and see if there's some fabric there that catches my eye. This one's called Pumpkin Color Autumn. So maybe a sage, even a gray blue. I'll have to find something. But so much going on in this pattern. It's just wonderful. It looks like a sampler, and there's no alphabet, but lots of pumpkins and vines. This is going to be a lot of fun. I wish I had the called for floss, but I didn't buy a floss packet for this. And I know I can get some good variegations. We'll have to see. So excited. So I'm going to keep these guys together. I really should make a binder. The reason why I found my boomerang one so quickly was because I have a new binder called Next to Stitch. Whatever that means. I have buckets of stuff everywhere that's next to Stitch. But I guess those are the ones that really got to me that I had to start right away. I also have this little cutie that came from the dump that I want to do at some point in memory of my father. This is a Heritage Series chart that I found in the dump house called White Christmas. It's a celebration of postage stamp artwork. Now, I won't have the postage stamps. I don't need them. And I won't frame them like that. But I just think they're really cute. Vintage looking stitches. Again, it's another type of folk art stitch that's going to be fast and fun to do. And I think that'll be a cute thing to get done. Black and white chart too, from 1989. Woo. Non-exclusive licensee of the United States Postal Service. I don't know if they have a bunch of these. I know I've seen a lot of other charts that are postage stamps, so I could probably find some more. Oh, that's a bad copy. I got some free ones off of Crochet A Go-Go. If you go to crochetagogo.blogspot.com, I'll try to put it up here. Well, maybe I'll just try to show it on the screen. They have a lot of free patterns. This one didn't print out very well, but it's Crochet A Go-Go, CROCETTEAGOGO.blogspot.com. This is a 2019 autumn house. I got a winter house. For whatever reason, it's blurry, and I must have been printing these out in the dark. I could probably still stitch them, but it would really do my eyes in. I'll have to go back to that website and print these out. So this was from a 2019 listing they had on their website. So I got spring, summer, fall, and winter houses. And there's birds and trees and blooms around them. They're tiny, they're only like 78 by 72, but they're so cute. And I don't have a picture to show. What ooh. I should just bring this out every once in a while and hug it. The Thea Governor that I got at Martin's. It's called American Wildflowers, and it's number 554. It was only $14.99. This is going to have to go on a floor stand. It's massive, and I know this because this is a thick kit, and that fabric feels huge. But I also should consider bringing down one of my floor stands when Stuart calms down, because I have a long dog on one and I have Earth Angel on another. So I've got to start working on those. But gosh, that's pretty. And this will be something that will take me a long time to do, possibly as long as the wolves. I'm a little hesitant to open it and be shocked by how big it is. It's a 16 count Aida. 19 by 26 inches. I can do it, right? This is a Vervaco that I got at Martin's. Oh my gosh, there's no price on it. Why not? I don't know. But this is called, does it have a name? Come on. I don't see a name. But it's a great little winter stitch of birds on a little feeder. I think that's really cute. And it doesn't look like it's going to be incredibly big. It's only a 9 by 12. I love the birds. And I love how they muted the background with some browns, so that really makes the birds and the tree bow pop. The colors are more vibrant that way, yet you still have that background scene. Ah, another boomerang stitches. A friend of mine bought me this. I really need to stitch this one up. Now this is called Bird Herd, but I want to make it Bird Nerd. I love those colors. And I'm definitely going to stitch this on a white Monaco. I think that's great. Boomerang stitches. And this is a 2024. So you should be able to get this on Etsy. I have the color chart. There's quite a few colors to this. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. It's at least 12 or 13. Oh, that's going to be a fun one to do. I think that would be very easy, quick stitch to do in front of the TV. Should be small enough so I'd have a peripheral view to see if the cat's going to attack me. He's literally been jumping on me because he's decided that I'm tasty. And it's his surprise kitty attack. And I just have to go, oof! and catch him in midair. All right. Oh, it's tipping. Oh, this one is almost kitted. I actually think I have all the floss for it. This is the blue flower. I've got a working copy in the sleeve along with the original, called Strawberry Bird. I think there were some definite variegated or over-dyed flosses that I wanted for this chart because of the colors. And it took me a while to collect them all. So this is the Strawberry Bird, or Strawberry Bird, by the Blue Flower. And I'm pretty sure that's not a strawberry bird. It's an artist rendition of a cedar waxwing. I really love cedar waxwings. But look at those strawberries. And strawberry season is here. We're just waiting for the signs to start popping up on our street corners here to tell us when the farms are open. There's nothing like hot strawberries from the field that have been, you know, growing in the sun. Take them home and rinse them and eat them. So this had quite a list of colors. It doesn't look like I've pulled them all. So I've got the DMCs, I knew that, but it looked like I wanted to get graphite. Yeah, so that's a really great, very gentle variegation gray. So I've got 2 graphites because I wasn't quite sure how many I needed. Chili pepper and bean sprout. These are the Weeks graphite. I can't remember, were those the hardest ones to find? It might have been bean sprout and chili pepper. So how many of those do I have? So I have 2 bean sprouts and 2 chili peppers. I just thought those were great colors. And then the other one that was not in my collection was a DMC 21. So I can pull the rest of the threads for this. And I will do this on maybe an antique or a khaki, maybe like a vintage country mocha. So I'm excited about this one. So you're almost there. Oh, this looks promising. Oh, Return of the Whales. Need to order Weeks floss in foam. Did I do that? Let's go find out. I hate it when my system doesn't work. I mean, if I got it, why didn't I mark it off the tab? So this is a Chessie and Me. I was so excited to get this, and I don't know why I haven't kitted this up. Return of the Whales by Chessie and Me. Doesn't that look like fun? Now on the back, it's all weeks. Maybe that's what the problem was. This would be such fun to do. All right, let's see. What have I got going on in here? I have a lot of thread. Maybe I do have it all. Doesn't look like it's all weeks. Oh yeah, it is all weeks. All right. So, just gonna have to do Red Rocks, Pelican Gray, Coal, Juniper, Grasshopper. Hey guys, Dolphin and Deep Sea. I have all the floss. I just need the fabric. So this has to be a floss toss. I wonder if I'll have time to do that tomorrow. I don't know, now that I've made myself 2 videos to edit in one sitting. Let me mark it off that it's all here. Return of the Whales need fabric. I got a box of these tabs. A huge box. Found them in the dump. They're a little too big for yard sales. But I thought, hey, these are great to hang off of my project bags so I know what's left, what's needed, whether it's a bead, a floss, a fabric. So this is working. I'll put that over there because that'll remind me to go through it. Oh, somebody's shedding on me. One of the fabrics is shedding on me. I have an empty bag. I don't know what that was for. It's looking a little more manageable in the basket. This is interesting. I have picked out a magazine, Christmas 2023 Christmas Cross Stitch Favorites. I don't remember what I marked off in here, but I've got some tabs. Let's look, shall we? Looks like I've got 3 things tabbed in here. Oh, this is when I did my little cards. So that was a card. That was a card. I did foxes, reindeer, and a little house. Wasn't there something else? I showed them in a previous video and I made them up into Christmas cards. The reindeer. So it looks like I've done everything in here. Yeah. So this needs to be filed now. I still have some working copies in here. But that was fun to do. I should do some more Christmas cards. But I have so many other things on the go. Maybe there were other things in the magazine. I'll take the magazine to camp and make new tabs. Why not? If it fits in the car, it can come. I have a 56 count white linen in here. I wonder what insanity moment I had for this. Yep, that's it. So I had picked out, this is Emma's Garden, Plum Pudding Needle Art, and I had this wonderful idea to do Emma's Garden on 56 count linen over 2, and it'll be an 8x10 with a 2-inch border. What was I thinking? What do you guys think? Should I do it on a 56 count? Over 2? I don't know if I can see that. And that takes some real studying. And with a kitten in the house, I don't know if I want that kind of pressure right now. All right, let me get this back in here. I'm gonna look at this 56 count. It's a beautiful Zweigart 56 count. No. I can't do this 56 count. What was I thinking? I'll keep it together in the basket here, and maybe someday I'll look at it again and say, oh, of course. I don't think that's going to be anytime soon. No. Oh, my grasshopper pie's in here. Here's something. Why is that in there? That's a 28 count Joblin. Huh. Oh, a card. All right. Let's see. I have these cute little cards picked out. I think I want to do the happy birthdays. I always like to have some happy birthdays on hand. I have an obvious piece of 14 count from a kit. I sometimes don't like the fabric that comes in kits. I take that out and replace it with one of my nicer, finer fabrics. But I keep the kit stuff to do cards and little ornaments because it's okay for that. So this is a magazine, The World of Cross Stitching, and it is from June of 2016. Wow. So this is issue 242. That is the cover. Whoop. And there are a whole bunch of cards in here. I've got it tabbed down. And the happy birthdays. I mean, I could change up the colors, whip out a few of these, make up some cute cards. The purple's really pretty. So that wouldn't be too time consuming. And I probably could fit a couple of cards on this fabric. And it looks like I have something else tabbed in here. Oh, this was the magazine, guys, that I did the pillow for my father. That's downstairs. We're still using that in the bedroom. I love seeing that. So that's why that magazine was still in here, because it had two other tabs. One was the card, and one is for some reason, highlighted a alphabet that's called Darling Daisies. Those are cute. So on the next page is the chart for the whole alphabet done in blues and daisies. I wonder whose name I was going to do. It wouldn't be mine. Maybe I just wanted to write alphabet. I could take it out and put it in an alphabet binder. Sometimes you're just looking for an alphabet and you know you have one, but you can't find it. There's some kitty cat cards in here. This is a chock-a-block full magazine. But that's what I have folded down. But I should probably put that to the side. Pick out those colors, whip out a few cards, and feel good about it. This was something we talked about. Grasshopper Pie by Glendon Place. I think what happened was I fell in love with it without reading the chart, and there's a lot of stuff I have to gather for it. Maybe I don't. It does have dinky dies. I could see if I can get a conversion. Maybe I can find the dinky dies. There's 4 different Mill Hill beads. I might have some of them, but it's a lot of going through my stash, seeing what I can order, So I think this is why it's in the bucket or basket, to keep reminding me that I have to do some hunting. Hunting and gathering. But it is really pretty. And I don't know why this is... I have a 28 count ivory Joblin in here. And I know it's not for this one because this is much, much bigger. This is a small piece. It's only 13 by 18. I'll put it in the front. But it was next to another Works by ABC called Exquisite Lace. And I really, really like this one. I think what I'm having trouble with is, do I commit to doing this in a color? Do I do it on a white with white thread on a colored fabric? Do I pick a colored floss to do on a white background? So that's where my hesitation is coming with this. Exquisite Lace, Works by ABC. This is a 2023. Yeah, I think I need to sit down and commit to it. It's awfully pretty. They did their model on a 36 count magical gray from Zweigart using one strand of DMC floche. No. No. I'm not doing floche. I don't think I would find that relaxing or fun. Just to be honest. I'll find something that I enjoy to do. And it's going to be probably my white cone. I have a cone of white. Oh, and then I still have this. I gotta show you guys. Oh no! I'm rolling on some of the patterns. Okay. Once upon a time, flipping through a magazine, I found this. And I thought, oh my word, isn't that cute? I love it, I love it. Particularly since my husband is a sailor or a merchant mariner. And I thought, wow, I wonder how much they want for the boat. Way too much money. So I went to a place called Marden's here, and I found these. And they were only $1.99. So I can take this apart, paint it all white, get all that off of it. And I know that this pattern is much bigger than the sail, but that's okay because I can actually use this to move the mast. I can increase the sail. I could possibly decrease the pattern. It'll be a lot of work, but I think it'd be really cute. But I mean, look where they have the mast up front and the bow. Not gonna sail, but I mean, I could do this. I could make this work. And then I'll take the measurements of whatever the boat kit information was in the back. As it does say there's information about it. And they don't tell you. I could probably find the kit somewhere that'll tell me the exact dimensions. But this was from a Just Cross Stitch issue, August of 2021. Yeah, I want to do that too. It's just a cute stitch. And it's different. And it's a great summer thing to have out. It's called Setting Sail. Build your own boat. I certainly can with the base of this. So another project. But that's what that's all about. I should probably keep this on the desk and just paint it and get it started. Oh, and I did pick the fabric out. I know I've showed this to you guys. This is Bloomin' Bunny's Trio. I might have gotten this at the last Stitch Main or the first Stitch Main. That's how old it is. It's an Annie B's folk art. Aren't they cute? Now I picked out a 28 count Ivory Lugana. So that's Bloomin' Bunnies Trio, Annie Bees. I haven't pulled the floss yet, but I did pull the fabric that I think this will work on. But after I pull the floss, I'll toss it on there and take a peek. But I think it's gonna work. So it's a partial start. Partial kit start. Partially kitted start. And I'm still trying to decide what to do with my Charlie Harper bird bath. I've gotten as far as picking out 2 different fabrics. I have something called Grace Note Linens Andrew and something else called a Pewter Lugana. I think it's probably going to be the Pewter Lugana. But maybe that's not dark enough. So that's going to need a floss toss as well. I want it to look like a sky without it looking too much like just gray background. It's just adorable. Close to that. Ah, Bent Creek. So I have a Bent Creek Brown Bird sampler and a Bent Creek Nightlight. Those are awesome. But again, I had to be careful with the background fabric so things don't get lost in my stitches. And the pictures just don't seem to do it justice. I mean, there's a white pot. It kind of just washes out in the photo. So I need to pick a good color for that. And then even in this, the bottom variegated alphabet is so difficult to see. So that's my other concern with that one. But I have not pulled any fabric. Ooh, this one looks almost, and they've even got measurements in here. What have I done? Let's see. I need a day to play up here. So this is Matter in Hand. It's a Jeanette Douglas. I think a lot of you have done this. Doesn't that look like fun? I love the tomato in there and the scissors. Lots of scissors. Now that embroidery hoop with the white, that's a concern. It doesn't get washed out. I have chosen a 16 count. The stitch count of this is 139 by 164. So I need a 13 by 15 with a 2-inch border. I have a lamb's wool Aida. That might be what I need to make that white pop. Can't see in the video. And it looks like I started to pull some threads for it. So I've got some Crescent, Classic Colorworks, Weeks Dye Works, and a couple of DMCs in here. So really I just need to sit down, go through the colors. There's quite a few Weeks Dye Works and Classic Colorworks. There are DMC conversions on the back. So I need to just get that started. Matter in Hand. I'm hesitant to say I'm going to be doing Magazine Mondays and Wolf Wednesdays until our new kitten settles and grows a little bit. I don't know if I can commit to anything. I've got to watch him explore his world with in a safe manner. I'm a nervous mother. Oh, these last 3 guys. I have a Kathy Barrick a drawn thread in the Scarlet House. Oh, which one? Let's see if I can do this without taking them all out. This is the drawn thread, Deck the Halls. Isn't that great? That's so pretty. That was, what year was that? I think this is an older one, isn't it? I don't remember. But that's not going to take much time. The Scarlet House will, definitely. This is Floral Motif Sampler by the Scarlet House. What I like about conquering something like this is you concentrate on a motif. That's how you make your progress. Weeks Dye Works, Gentle Arts, but all with DMC conversions. I don't know if I really need a lot of variegated flosses for this one. There are a couple of spots of white flowers that totally get washed out in the photo, so I have to be careful with that when I choose. There's a little puppy on the back. Oh, I guess that's her insignia. But I'm not gonna stitch a puppy on there. There's no puppy. And this was nice. This is a Kathy Barrick called Dear Santa. And I want to say this is from a couple of years ago. Don't you know? But I just love... Oops. I'm trying to get it without a glare. Kathy Barrick, Dear Santa, as in D-E-E-R. So that's filling my head as well. And then next time I do a video, I'll have more stuff from the retreat. This is only one basket. I gotta do something. If anybody wants to babysit a kitten so I can stitch, I've already tried to bribe people to come over. Come see the kitten. If they can hold him, I can just get a few stitches in, right? I'll put up some videos at the end if you're interested in. But we're taking lots of photos and we're giving Abby lots of love. She's not getting left out. We're making sure her needs are met too. But I'm going to go do some playing while I have a little bit of time. And then I have to go do mother stuff like dinners and laundry and all that good stuff. So have a great rest of your week. Happy stitching and be safe.